Mr. Williams called the Bloomers in the Garden hotline with a question about his rhododendron. Here, listen to his call.
This is Joseph Williams calling. I have a rhododendron tree that has broken off. Looked like maybe it was insects had broken at the bottom of the tree. This year, that happened last year. This year, the rhododendron did bloom, and it seemed like the flowers only going to last about 3 weeks. I don't know if that's the length of the time. Could you please tell me if there's anything I can do?
There is. First of all, everything seems to be okay. Where the broken branch that you had, that could be just something either fell on it or it's not that big a deal. So don't fear the shears. Get under there and cut that back, and you want to cut it back to where it meets the main plant. It's not that big of an issue. As far as flowering time, you're about 6 weeks from the time the buds crack their first color to the time where the last petal falls. And we have a rhododendron here in the studio, and we're going to show a demonstration on how it should be cleaned. Now, if you see and you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and please give us a review that we have new growth that started right here, and it's a lighter green color, and that there's a spidery type of I guess it's left over where that's where the deadheading takes place. And why do you deadhead a rhododendron? Well, you do that because you'll have more blooms next year if you deadhead those flowers. And it's really pretty easy to do. It almost has it's a spot where you just basically tilt it over to where it cuts off, and you can deadhead that real easily and take off those flowers. Now what's going to happen is everywhere that you do that it's going to end up being a blossom bud rather than a foliage bud. Now, you can see on our plant here in the studio that the lighter green, that those are all going to be leaves for now, but you don't want to have all leaves. So that's why you go ahead and you clean that up and you deadhead it like I'm doing here. You just grab that bud and you tilt it over to the right or to the left, and that it will go and snap right at the right place, and you get all those flowers off. Get all those flowers off. Now, again, that will also help the plant to be more compact. You don't want a, spindly looking rhododendron. Now, those both, Kurt and Joe, had the issue where the branches were dead on the bottom. You're going to clean that up and trim that back. It's going to be fine. It's something that the rhododendrons will shade themselves, and then because they're not getting as much sun, that they go and that those leaves will die back. And it's not that there's anything really wrong. It's just the fact that they're not producing enough food. So the plant says, hey, why do we need this? This is a drain on our system. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let them die off and put all of our energy into growing on the top. And that's basically what's happening for both Kurt and Mr. Williams. So again, don't be worried about using your shears. Cut it back to where the main trunk is. It's not going to hurt it. And again, if you have a broken branch, like Mr. Williams said that he had a branch last year that was towards the bottom that he thought was broken. There are times where, we're handling rhododendrons and such, and then all of a sudden a little section of it seems like it's dying. It turns out, guess what? It's broken. It's broken. And that just needs to be pruned off. So don't fear the shears. But I do want you to do your deadheading by hand. Don't try to get a snipper in there or anything else. It's so easy to do on your own that it's better to do it by hand than to do it with shears. If you got questions about rhododendrons or any of your landscape plants, call that hotline. That's 609 685 1880.